Hey, good evening. This is Frank Jenkins, better known as Pops, from Pops Shop. Hey, I'm going to give you a little heads up of how I got started making wood signs. Um, kind of just fell into it by accident, really. We had a neighbor. My wife had a neighbor make us a sign one time for our house, and it was okay. We liked it. It was looked pretty good. But a couple of years later, I was looking at it, and I thought, what if I can make one of those? So I went into my shop and looked around and looked at the routers that I had. I had two routers that were pretty similar to each other. One was a Craftsman that I received from my dad when he passed away. Pretty good size, fixed base, heavy, clunky, uh, but it had a light on it. And then the other one that I received was from my father-in-law after he passed away. It was pretty much the same router, except it didn't have a light. And that really was about the only difference that there was between the two routers. Both of them were Craftsman. Both of them were probably 25, 30 years old routers, in excellent condition because these were two men who grew up taking care of their tools. And I learned from them that if you want your tools to last, you have to maintain them, take care of them, and if you do that, your tools will will last for you. So I looked around, and that was the two routers that I had, and I had a few bits, but nothing that I could do some carving with. So I went to the box store, and I bought me a little round nose bit, and I bought me a little V-point 90-degree bit, and I set out to try to make some signs. So the first ones I made were very rude and crude, but they they worked. They were good, and I liked them. They were fun, and next thing I know, I was addicted to making signs. So I started looking around on YouTube a little more, and I found a few more that I liked for studying and learning from, but still was missing the training that I was craving and looking for. So I kept looking around. Then I stumbled upon Old Dave 100 on YouTube, and that's the site for Dave and Eric Roten, a father and son duo out of Arizona. And man, they've got better than 200 videos out, and they put these out for free, and they are extremely happy to teach and mentor and coach you through uh, whatever phase of the craft you're in, whether you're just starting out or whether you're a 20 or 30-year veteran. They've got information that will help you, and they're more than willing to pass it on. And consequently, they put out 3 videos a week. The last Saturday of every uh, month on Facebook, they do a Facebook Live program. They call it an LTS, or live training seminar, and they do a little carving on the page and everything. And then the last 20 or 30 minutes, they answer questions from the people who are watching it live, and then they also record it and release it later that weekend on YouTube. Because sometimes there's glitches with the Facebook connection, but there's always a good camera recording it for their YouTube channel, so they always post it there later. Long story short, you will not find better people to talk to and learn from and get help from than Dave, his son Eric, and Eric's wife Vicky. You make one phone call to them, you have created yourself a friend for life. I have actually picked up my cell phone in the middle of a box store looking for lumber to do a particular job, wasn't quite sure what I needed to be looking for, what type of wood was best, yada, yada, yada. Picked up the phone, called Eric. Eric told me exactly what I needed to be looking for, how to look for, what to look for in the grain structure and stuff. And I have to say, the part that I made actually was one of the better pieces I've ever made, thanks to him. That's just one way that they bend over backwards to help us with our craft. There are other people that are very very knowledgeable and are willing to help. There's a Facebook group, wood carving for newbies or something along that line. I don't remember the exact name of it on Facebook. Um, but Jim Boehm has put together a fantastic group page. You have to request a membership, but you all you have to be is a hand routing sign maker, and they will take you in. You can ask questions, and you will get honest, straightforward answers that will work for you. Because the people that have done it in the past will be the ones that's going to answer it. Uh, Not one time have I seen anyone made fun of or put down or made to feel like they didn't know what they were doing. This group is definitely there to help and encourage one another. We share our pictures, our ideas, our designs. We will gladly share layouts with you. If you see something that's been posted, all you have to do is just ask the person, you know, where did you get it? How did you come up with it? And chances are he'll send you the link to it. If it was something he drew, chances are they'll share that with you. I mean, but it's a fantastic group. You can't help but learn and advance your skills by working with a group like that. And again, hats off to Jim for what he has created over there, and it has just grown exponentially. There's a forum that I'm on. It's a router forum, and it's another good site. Great place to get more critiquing and more teaching and more learning, more ideas. Just another place to enhance your skills from that site. And again, it's dedicated to it working. There's all different levels of the routing. Uh, CNCs. There's wood pyrography, or however they pronounce it, wood burning. Um, there's hand routing. There's sign making. There's box making. There's just all sorts of things that you can do. They even have a joke section, and birthday wish spots and stuff. I mean, it's a really great forum to be on. So there's just tons of places that you can go to and grasp and learn and enhance your skills. Um, the friendship that you make on these channels is just unbelievable. For instance, Bobby Lee Russell out of West Virginia. I love him like a brother. Never met the guy. Talk to him on the phone every 2 or 3 days. He has given me more pointers on how to do things, how to enhance my work. We've shared ideas. We've shared critiques. He's been teaching his nephew how to route. I saw some things that I thought that his nephew needed to work on and made the comments. Bobby totally agreed. It was another pair of eyes looking in. Nothing was made to make the young man feel bad. It was all how to help and enhance his experience and to teach him so that he could become a fine carver. And he has. This young man's 14 years old, and my gosh, he's turning out really phenomenal work, especially for a 14-year-old. You know, I mean, it's just amazing what he's learned. But like I said, he's got a fantastic teacher in his uncle, and he really adores and loves working with his uncle, and rightly so. His aunt and uncle have done a fantastic job with this young man, and you know, my hat's off to Bobby Lee and Nancy for what they're doing with their nephew. Uh, anyway, that's how I got started. Just out of curiosity, more so. And then next thing I knew, I found out that I was doing something I really loved, and it was addicting. It was an enjoyment for me, and it has become my Valium. It's my break away from my job, my daily job. My daily job can be stressful, but when I come home and I go to work and you've got a router running at 27, 28,000 RPM right there in front of your face, you've got to concentrate on that router. You can't be thinking about how mad you are that it's your customer or your coworker or your boss or or whoever's upset your cart, you have to concentrate on what you're doing in hand, and it takes you away from the stress. And to me, it puts me in a relaxing spot. So it's what helps me get by. I started it in earnest in about 2014. Very rude and crude when I first started. I think I have progressed. I've got a long, long way to go. I'm nowhere near as good as most of these guys on the channels that I go to. But I love looking at their work, and they're very, like I said, they're very good at critiquing and giving you pointers and helping you out when you have something on yours that needs to be improved upon. No put downs, no put downs. They take great pride in helping enhance and advance your skills as much as they do theirs. So it's a great deal. I look forward to each time that I get to go out and work. You don't necessarily have to have a fancy shop to do this. Ladies and gentlemen, I work on a pair of sawhorses and a sheet of plywood, or I have a jaw horse that I'll clamp stuff in, or a plastic table that I'll work off the top of, or I will just, I've even done carving on the tailgate of my truck. Just wherever I can work. You don't have to have the fancy shops to do this. You need a router, you need some tools, you need some layout designs, you need some ideas, and you need practice, 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 and more practice. But it's all going to be worth it. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. And like I said, this is what helps me keep myself sane. Life throws you curves, and it threw me a hard ball right smack in the gut in February 8th of 2017 when I lost my wife. She passed away with a massive heart attack. I didn't have any desire to do anything for a while. So today is 4 months to the day that she passed away. Yeah, it's a tough day, but woodworking, making signs, I think the Lord got me going into that in 2014 because he knew her day to death, and he knew that I needed something to help me keep a peace of mind. And what better way than being a woodworker, because Jesus was a carpenter. So to God I give all the glory, praise, and honor, because without him we're nothing. And I know that that's what he wanted me to do, was to pick up and start making signs in wood. And these signs they're my relief. They're my release. They're my repose. And they're what give me joy. And it's just, to me, it's what God wants me to do. I'm a machinist by college degree. I've worked for the same machine shop for 39 years. I wasn't that good as a machinist. I'm better as a salesman, and that's what I do from our company. Had no idea that I could do this. None whatsoever. I had an interest in woodworking, but I never pursued it for one reason or another. At 60 years old, I took it up, and man, I'm having a blast with it, and it's what I want to do. So it's what I will do when I finally retire. So long story short, thank you for sticking here with me. I get a tendency to ramble, so I'm going to cut it short. I'll just let you know the next video I'll put out will be a video of pictures of most of the products that I have turned, because I've taken pictures of almost every one of them. And I encourage you to do the same thing. Take pictures of everything you make. You'll be surprised at how well you have progressed over a short period of time. I know I am. And you'll be surprised at how much fun you're having. So I appreciate your time. Have a good evening. We'll talk to you later. God bless.